Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're here putting insulation into our barn's attic. Hope you like it. So our setup here today, guys, is we've got the bags of insulation here on these pallets, and we got 3 pallets, and I think there's like 120 bags of insulation for our barn. And over here, we've got my uncle and my dad's brother over here putting the insulation into the thing that fits it up the hose. And the hose goes up there and up into there. It's just above there, so yeah, that's what our setup is. So in here, we're putting the insulation in, and there's like this thing that grinds it up so it's not in giant clumps, and then it spits it up a hose that goes up to the attic and sprays out the foam. So from here, you guys can see pretty much everything that's going on. We're taking the bags of insulation from these pallets over here and bringing them over there, and we're cutting them open and putting them in the machine, and it spits it up that tube which goes into that hole right there, and there's 2 of them, and my dad's up in the attic working, spraying the foam out. So we need to get 12 inches thick of foam on the whole roof, so that's a lot, but it's going to be worth it. So we've got like 17 boxes done, both bags, and
You got your mask on, buddy?
yep.
All right.
My dad's over here spraying out. And what was it? How deep do we need it? 12 inches?
I was planning on 12 inches of insulation. Right now I'm putting it in about 6 to 8 inches to make sure we don't run out. And then at the end I'll come back and whatever I've got left, we'll put it on top of everything at the very end.
Okay. So this is what we've got done so far.
You should be able to get some footage over here, bud.
Yep. Did you get all the way down to the end of the barn yet?
No, I only got
Okay, I see it now.
yeah.
Okay.
Exactly how that'll fill in. So that's fine. I'm going a little bit shorter at first.
So you're going about 7 inches deep for this right now?
Yeah, 7 to 8, something like that.
And you're gonna come through with whatever's left?
Well, I want to make sure I got enough to do the whole building. And if I got extra, since I got the middle of this open, when I go down the middle, I'll be figuring out how much extra I got. I'll make sure I use everything. Wow, well, that was a long day of putting insulation in. I think we started about 9 o'clock, and the boys had to take off for a get-together actually, but AJ and I stuck in here till about 3 o'clock actually before we finally finished. So But we got all 120 bags in the attic, and I got as much of the dust blown out as I can in here. Probably tomorrow going to come back out with a vacuum and probably spend a couple hours out here vacuuming up this building to get it nice and clean. The heater's on now, again, bringing the building back up to temperature, but right now I want to climb up in the attic and show you what it looks like. Okay, so here we are up in the attic, and most of the dust has finally settled down now, but you can look at my vents over here. Those vents actually allow air out to the soffits of the building to come up into the attic space, and the insulation obviously keeps the heat inside the building. And then there's a ridge vent for ventilation that allows the rest of the attic to remain vented from the sides and the top. But yeah, this is what it looks like. We ended up, I'm not sure how this works. I told the guy I wanted 12 inches of insulation, and he calculated the number of bundles I would need for my square footage for the R value that I wanted. And I would say this is probably closer to 9 or 10 inches once it got in here and all, laid out. But I'm happy. It looks good, and hopefully we can keep this building heated all winter now. Alright, so now you've seen the attic and you see what the final product looks like. I'm pretty happy. I've been waiting to have heat and insulation in this building for probably 3 or 4 years. Actually, I can't remember what year I built this building, but it's been a while. Feels like it's been a long time, so it's going to be nice. A couple things that we learned doing this. There's different types of insulation you can buy. The rolled out kind, you can do the spray foam. I chose to do this because for the same R value, it's relatively inexpensive, and for what you get up there, it does make a mess, but we don't intend to go in this attic for hardly anything, actually. So once it's there, and it should be good. But a couple things that we learned. Number one, when you cut those bags open, the more you break the insulation apart when it goes into the machine, the faster and more steady it will feed. In some of the video, you see it was kind of pulsing through there. The machine had to break up those clumps that my brother was putting in there originally. By the end, he was using a garden claw, kind of scraping the material out of the bag and letting it fall into the machine, and we had a nice steady flow towards the end, and it worked really well. Number two, I initially thought this was a 2-person job, and we finished with 2 people, but it was a lot easier on the person down here in the building, having somebody bring those bales over to them, actually. So he could sit on there. In the video you could see him, he could sit on there and just kind of work, and we had a steady flow. So if you're going to do this, maybe plan on 3 people. And the last thing we learned, that if we had more hose, we could have put the machine outside, left the garage door open just a little bit, and ran the hose underneath it, and it kept a lot of dust out of this building. However, this is a 60-foot long building, and I've got to go up 12 feet and over 8 feet and then try to get to the middle. We didn't quite have enough hose that came with this machine to do that. But if you have a smaller building or a house or something where you can keep the machine outside, you can mitigate some of that dust that ends up in the building here. So I'm going to be cleaning this building for probably a couple hours tomorrow. So anyway, I hope you like this video, and if you like our videos, we've had a few, I'd say we had a little tick in subscribers in the last couple of months here, mainly with the videos that I put in with the steel liner panels and working on the barn out here. You guys seem to like those, so hopefully we can keep those coming. And if you do like the video, subscribe and share them with people, and we'll see you next time.